Okay, so let's check the EOD where. Wait, no. We already searched the EOD warehouse, right? I think. I'm pretty sure we did. Gunpowder. Hmm. One's missing, which was the one that was shot, obviously. But the boats are interesting. Very cute. Very cute. Oh, hello? Oh, no. Okay, so what do we got? Oh yeah, I could really feel it was winter today. When you wake up and you can't really feel your toes anymore. Or that could just be arthritis. I don't know. Come on, buddy, what am I looking for here?
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead.
Yeah,
That's troubling.
a little bit. There.
The sea protects.
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing.
So we need to look at the fish. Hello.
That's a fancy looking bottle. Looks like it was taken from a lab somewhere. There's some kind of
lab.
powder left on the bottom. I better not touch it. It could be dangerous.
I think we know which lab.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Bugger, eh? He threw that like a javelin. Good arm on you, Grammy. Good arm on you.
Darn pests. Mare take them.
Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this. Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them. Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
A man broke into the fish storage, poisoned the fish with an unknown substance, then made a noise which alerted the guard, who chased him out.
You dig up anything interesting?
I sure did. Turns out our friend here wasn't here to rob the place. He came to poison the fish.
By the sea. Are you sure?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests, anyway.
Okay. This is horrible.
Yeah.
Please don't tell Anna it was my fault, or she'll have me quartered.
Don't worry, I won't tell her. You seem like a decent sort, Daryl. I'll make something up.
Thanks, Mr. Reed. Here's a little something to express my gratitude. Take care now. Still, I've done wrong and I deserve to be punished. I'll stay on guard duty for the next month without a day off. You have my word.
All right, you go ahead and do what you gotta do, I guess. See ya.
May the
a
sea
good guy.
protect you.
See you, Daryl. I like rhymes. Very good guy. Boyster and the university. The man who broke into the UOD fish storage is somehow connected to the university. I need to visit the university. And say the word university a lot. The poisoned fish is spreading. Large quantities of possibly poisoned fish have already been distributed to the city's poorer citizens. Yeah. That's gonna be bad. Very bad. Do we have other... No, we're fully on the main stories now. Cool. Fish section. Yeah, choose wisely with the fish too, buddy.
Don't be shy. Leave enough.
I've got news about your fish storage problem.
Oh, I'm all ears, Charlie.
It only looked like a robbery. Some guy broke into the storage to poison the fish. Near as I can tell, he succeeded, at least partially. I realize it's a lot to take on faith. Look, I've got a sample of what I think is the poison, though I can't identify it yet.
See, protect us. That's terrible. What kind of man would do such a thing, and why?
I don't know, but I aim to find out.
We need to stop distributing the fish. We have to let everyone know about this. Kay knows how many people might already be affected.
Any theories on who might have done this? Any enemies?
The EOD has a lot of enemies. Wicked people that want to burn this city or drown it in blood. It could be anyone. It could be the police, the Ku Klux Klan, see take them, or even the Throgmortons. We were always a thorn in the side of those apes.
Great. So I'm gonna have to search the KKK
There will be loss. There will
for evidence. This is gonna be bad.
What do you
Very,
want
very
me to
bad.
do with the poisoner once I find him?
I'd bring an end to him right there if I were you. The police and court are useless these days.
That wasn't the deal. I'm a detective, not a hitman.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Report to me when you find him. I'll see that the reward will be more than handsome, if you know what I mean.
I'll, see what I can do.
One thing still bothers me. The guard at the storage, Daryl. What was he doing at the time?
Your guard was vigilant. He fought bravely, but the poisoner knocked him out. You ask me, he deserves a raise.
Good old dependable Daryl. I hope he's okay. I'll see he gets his due. Goodbye, Charlie.
Thank you.
Now, refresh my memory. Where's the university here?
I know it very well. Here, give me your map and I'll show you.
You were a student there, I take it.
Yes, that's right. I earned my degree there a while ago. Are you surprised?
Not
I
really.
just wasn't expecting to see a college graduate working here is all. I never had the opportunity myself. Could say I'm a bit jealous.
You'll find that here in Oakmont, a woman can achieve much more than on the mainland. Our university has always accepted women with open arms.
That's great news, buddy. Great news. Even if the place also accepts the KKK with open arms. They're very, reversing. They accept every kind of person, including the ones that really, really screw over the others.
See you later.
Don't know if that's good or bad. Well, the outcome's definitely bad, but whatever. University. So let's see, they have cults, cannibals, crazy people with doctor degrees, them, and what other groups are there? There's a lot of different groups in this place.
Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
What are they? Wait, it's a cage with a cannon.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. My
Oh.
paper, mister. Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. My paper, mister.
Sorry, buddy. Don't have the option.
Welcome to the University of Oakmont. How can I help you?
I'm looking for Professor Westerbrook. You know where I can find him?
You're the one bringing him the specimen?
Specimen?
Never mind. He's in the Department of Medicine. Let me show you.
Okay, thank you.
You have a good day.
Goodbye, sir.
Uh-huh. So there's different departments, including giant building
Extra,
4.
extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
That's from well off. Then again, I never went to university myself. James did. I was straight into work.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Oakmont University Department of Medicine. I'm Samuel.
Hello, Samuel.
Charles Reed, private investigator. Have a few questions if you don't mind. I'll see you
Nope.
later.
I don't want to ask anyone about it in case. Oh. To all staff and students of the University of Oakmont, henceforth any mention of the Everyone's Obvious Duty Organization, also known as EOD, symbolics current and/or past members, as well as spicing their beliefs, is forbidden on university grounds, on pain of dismissal and expulsion. The administration has received numerous reports of EOD activity and outreach disguised as so-called charity work throughout our university and all over Oakmont. This dangerous activity has reached epidemic proportions and cannot be tolerated. Administration of the Board of Trustees. Yeah,
The door won't budge.
I don't think it's safe to mention it to people if I don't know which group they're for.
The door won't budge.
Plus, I don't know which person. Reception, basement, laboratory.
I'll see you later.
How do I get upstairs?
The door won't budge.
Frigate.
You recognize this bottle? Maybe you could tell me what's inside.
That's one of our lab bottles. We have a lot of them. As for what's inside, I'd need to run some tests.
Yeah, could you do that for me?
These tests aren't cheap. And the other day I could get right to it, but we're, somewhat hindered right now.
What's up?
Our lab is crawling with, well, creatures. Professor
Uh-huh.
Westerbrook's research is a little unconventional, and something went wrong. Really wrong.
So, if I do a little pest control for you, you'll run those tests for me. For free?
Our budget is tight. You'd be helping the cause of science, Mr. Reed. Isn't that enough?
Oh, I guess science could help itself.
All right. Yes, you solve our problem, and I'll run the test for you. Off the books. Here's the key for the basement.
The door won't budge.
So there's still. Hello, buddy. With Die, please. Hello. What in the holy hell?
I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
How did they get it here? March 10th. With those pesky limitations removed, I can finally continue my experiments unhindered. I need to know more. The specimen remained alive, even with half of its internal organs removed. It's fascinating. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough in biology as we know it. March 15th, I developed a way to reanimate their tissue, even in one that's been dead for weeks. This is monumental. The possibilities of it, the implications. Does this hint at something hidden? Some trait present inside other creatures, and perhaps even ourselves? I will need to find volunteers. Crazy guy. Well, hello there.
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
Okay. March 2nd, I have finally received a living specimen. Sadly, it's only the smallest one. The grunts call it Mr. Handsome, but I think it needs a proper name. March 3rd was thinking about the name for the specimen all night. I began a series of experiments on the creature. So far, it has proven exceptionally resistant to all the poisonous substances at my disposal, as well as acid and electrocution. Its shrieking, though, is bound to haunt me. March 5th, last night, I had a vision. Thousands of hands wrapped around me as a blanket, and I heard the name inside my head. Stygian Harvester. So that's how I find some names. Cool.
Some serious equipment they've got here. Oakmont University is clearly well funded. I wonder what would happen if I press this button. Should I or shouldn't I?
The button is very pressable. Do I push the button or do I not push the button? It's so big and red and pushable. Push. Nope, nope, nope. It's probably a bad idea. I do not need to push that button. I want to, though.
Your lab is certified creature-free.
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor. Now we can get things up and running again.
Your lab was, interesting. Running experiments on those creatures. What's up with that?
Oh, they're fascinating, aren't they? Convincing evidence of new branches in the evolutionary tree. Can you blame us for taking an interest?
Maybe not. But so much dead flesh down there, that's going to attract scavengers. Didn't you think about that?
Yeah, well, no. We'll be more careful in the future. Your point's taken.
Your turn, buddy.
Okay. I've done my part. Here's the bottle. Now you run those tests.
Yes. Wait here. It shouldn't take long. We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow-acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
So, where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
Who's got access to where the poison's stored?
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs, right alongside Professor Cavendish's. Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well, on vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that. Can you let me upstairs?
Well... all right. This is serious. I'll help you. Here's the key, but please don't disturb the professor's things.
Okay.
I'd like
Tell
to
me
know a
about them.
bit more about your professors.
What do you want to know?
What can you
Cavendish.
tell me about Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine. His biochemistry studies are second to none, worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and irritable, and easily distracted. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in these dark times.
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, at least 30 years. He's one of the longest-serving staff we have. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild beast that recently appeared in our city.
Yeah.
That's quite the unique fauna you have there.
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live specimens for his research. He thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret that, once revealed, will benefit all humankind.
Some secret should stay buried, 6 feet under.
You're not a man of science, are you? It's not about why. It's about what if.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, but there comes to a point, buddy. Even when a man of science must realize what harm could this do. Oh, I see. George Cavendish. Brothers and sisters, too familiar. My fellow Americans, they are Americans too. Citizens of Oakmont, how much longer will we put up with those fish-faced those sea freaks? How much longer will we put up with those K-forsaken degenerates who call themselves the EOD? I see where the hatred's coming from. I brave a lot of it. Yeah. Yeah.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
Yeah, I've done that trick before. Oh.
The door won't budge.
What do we... Oh.
These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
Yeah.
These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
I had a feeling Cavendish might be. It was someone who knew Westerbrook, but didn't want him to know. So it's might be someone who works in the same area. Or an apprentice. I wasn't too sure whether it was the apprentices or not. This is absurd. It's been 5 months and they still haven't finished repairing my office. I'm done sitting in the corridor like some kind of waiter. I won't step foot into this building again until the works are finished, or you give me Cavendish's office. You tell that to the board. I'm through with this farce. Westerbrook. Oh. Professor Westy is not very, friendly, is he? Or maybe they're intentionally prolonging it. I don't know. The poison thief, George Cavendish, a professor at Oakmont University, is the poison thief. He made himself a copy of the key to the poison locker. According to his students, he lives somewhere in Advent. Oh wait, this is the first floor.
I'll see
See
you.
ya, buddy. Who lives in Advent? I'm sure the maybe the city hall would have records of their possibly. It's worth a try. Give me strength, Mr. Jiggles. Power my legs with your octoness.
Stop bothering me, newcomer.
Citizen records. Here we go, Oakmont, Mass. This is residence, Oakmont, Mass, Advent Central. St. Michael's Road between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street, flat 2. Okay. Gotcha, buddy. Advent. Here we go. St. Michael's Road and Constitution Street. Here we are. To Cavendish we shall go.
Extra. All the news that's fit to print. extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy paper, mister. Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale. Today only.
Oh. Let's find me this section somewhere. Aha!
The door won't budge.
Where are you, Cavendish? Just in case. You never know. Oh. The foam is back. If you want a ticket, it's free. Tag from the baby carriage. Okay. This is his apartment, though. Why does he have a baby carriage? Hello? The professor's fact list. Westerbrook usually has his lunch about 2:30. Gets some soap and always stays at the fish market. She shouldn't learn about me. New hauls of fish arrive every 2 days. An ounce per box will be enough. The guard spends most of his time on the second floor during the night. Think about a way to divert suspicions from Westerbrook. Don't want him to come to any harm. Don't forget to return the flask to the storage. Think about plan B. So this was... Going, gone. But account rises as vanishings continue across Oakmont. Locals are in a panic, with most of the reported disappearances occurring in the Shell, Salvation Harbor, and Grimhaven Bay. Captain Caleb Lyons of the Oakmont Police has put out a call for information. Our evidence suggests a link between these disappearances and the charity organization EOD. That has recently risen to prominence among the city's poor, St. Leon's. Most of the victims seem to have either joined this group or been a recipient of their alms. We encourage anyone with information to come forward. The Chronicle reminds readers to avoid any suspicious newcomers, especially Innsmothers, and to remain at home during evening hours. Stay alert.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it.
Disturbance in the Shells as fighting breaks out between locals and Innsmothers. The cause of the conflict appeared to be the disappearance of several women, with locals accusing a group of Innsmothers of the crime. The Oakmont police continue to investigate the vanishings, but as yet, the case remains unsolved. One source from the Shells reports that traces of fish scales and seaweed were found at multiple victims' homes, which seem to have precipitated the fight. Oh.
The door won't budge. And judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time. So why keep it around?
Obsession, maybe? Regret? Morning. What do we have in here, buddy?
Budge.
I loved you. I always loved you.
Uh-huh.
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George. George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine. Mine!
Okay, let's see what we...
George?
I don't care what your...
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea.
Wait, Anna?
I'm leaving you, George.
Anna is...
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Huh. Interesting. Hello? What the... Well, that's interesting. What the hell? Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. My name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
Explain yourself, buddy.
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explaining. Care to tell me why you poisoned the fish at the EOD warehouse? And you better not lie to me. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry? Yeah, two can play at that game, and believe me, I've got plenty of anger for the both of us.
How dare you?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Fine. Yes, it was me. But I had a good reason to do it.
Uh-huh.
It all comes
Go
back
on.
to Anna.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them, they kidnap ordinary folks too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this how?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
Is this the only
There
one?
must be another way to deal with the EOD. Look, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and Kay, they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
Last question.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the time, and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD. Doomed take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
Blessed by the sea?
What did she mean, blessed by the sea?
What do you think is the cause of Innsmouth syndrome in people?
Living in Innsmouth?
That K-forsaken place has nothing to do with it. It comes from breeding with monsters. These sea creatures they call Deep Ones. They take our women and they spoil them with their seed. Then they give birth to degenerate fish-faced offspring.
Uh-huh. How do you know?
Where did you learn all of this? This information about the EOD?
After Anna left, I had nothing. But I did have a lot of time to research Innsmouthers, the EOD, and the story behind them. It is an old and powerful organization.
Oh.
They appeared back in the mid-19th century in Innsmouth, and the first people with the Innsmouth syndrome started showing up around that same time.
Ah, perhaps not coincidentally.
No, of course not. And the EOD is immensely rich. The sudden rise to power of the Blackwood family happened right after they joined them.
Oh? Blackwood, you say?
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing all the facts I've presented to you, Mr. Reed, would you agree to help me?
So on one hand, his solution is to kill a lot of innocent people. On the other hand, they are kidnapping and violating innocent people. And I don't know what happens to them afterwards. They're both very, very bad, but do I want to be the one to pull the trigger? Or the one who just sits on the outside watching? We'll see.
Keep talking. Now, what is it you want from me?
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be simple for you. My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
Your agent inside the EOD. Is he fairly high up the ranks?
Ah, I see where this is going. You need something from the EOD too.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a certain person who may be held by them.
My agent can arrange that. If someone is being held by the EOD, he'll know it. It's a win-win situation.
All right. Look, I'm gonna need to think about this.
Of course. But don't be too long. I'm going to need an answer before I let you go. I hope you can understand why.
EOD's operations are shitty. They have much more going on than charity organizations. They're dirty. I know it. Whatever they're up to isn't good. A zealous servant of EOD, Anna Cavendish. And she will follow any instructions without hesitation. Oh. George sabotaged the EOD. He poisoned the fish to undermine the EOD's charitable operations. Anna Cavendish is covering up the EOD's shooting ambitions to take over the city, or does honest work for the people of Oakmont on behalf of EOD. The fact that they're afraid of her, a filthy liar, this dangerous psychopath who won't hesitate to kill innocents to achieve his goal. That's obvious too. They're both bad people. Both bad people, but... Help George to undermine EOD. I should help George Cavendish to loosen the EOD's grip on the city. Oh, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be very, very bad. Fine.
So, have you made up your mind?
I'll help.
Your methods stink, and your plan stinks. Still, the EOD is a threat, and I'm not gonna help them anymore. I'm in.
You're doing a great favor for this city, Mr. Reed. Never doubt that.
I doubt what we are doing.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm trying not to. Remind me what it is I have to do.
You need to poison the fresh haul of fish at the EOD storage. It's heavily guarded, but you'll figure out something, I've no doubt. I'll be back later. I need to see my agent. Find me after you're done. Here's the address and some ricin. Be very careful with it.
Yeah, will do. I'm not quite ready to die yet.
Oh, this is... messy. Very, very messy. But... oh, no. I can't even use that idea. Western shells. Oh, but if I do this, I have to screw over Grimy as well. Oh. I don't like these options. I really don't. But if it's me doing it, I can at least undermine them with less casualties. Hopefully. The only thing I can hope to. Seems I'm getting a blocked up nose again. I wonder if it's because of the cold. Possibly. Sorry if my voice is bad in this episode.
Hello again, Daryl. I serve the sea.
Sea be praised, Mr. Reed. Good to see you again.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Still guarding this old piece of drock, as you can see.
Mind if I go inside?
Sure, no problem with that. Stay as long as you want.
Daryl, listen to me carefully. If you want to keep breathing, you gotta skip town. Now. You're taking a lot of heat on account of that fish poisoning. The EOD is on it like a dog on a bone, and they will find out the truth eventually.
What? I don't believe it.
Daryl, I'm saying this only because you're a real stand-up guy and I respect you. Leave this place, forget about the EOD, or it will kill you.
Fine, fine. You've always been on the level with me. I'll leave.
Don't be a stranger, Daryl.
May the sea protect you, Mr. Reed.
And you too, Daryl. Oh. The only good thing is Daryl won't be in it. But still, this is... I'm gonna leave this one here. Hope you had fun.